Iced espresso, please. Hey guys, welcome back to Bangkok here. I actually just stopped into the local Bake-A-Wish cafe that I always go to get affordable iced espresso. 59 baht for an iced espresso. It's a bit sweet. It's got a kick. It's perfect. And yeah, now I'm walking around the streets because I'm back here in Bangkok and I got to get back to making videos. To be quite honest, the last couple weeks during my vacation, I didn't film as much as I wanted to. And I really took it to kind of just relax and have a nice relaxing vacation here with some people that came to visit, my girlfriend and I. And man, it was wonderful. I did spend 5 days down in Koh Samui, in which I did some island hopping, explored the island by scooter, had a lot of good food, and really got to enjoy a different atmosphere here in Thailand. And man, let me tell you, southern Thailand, it is incredible, it is beautiful. That is actually what I desire here in Thailand, not so much in Bangkok, but Bangkok is what is working for now. As I was saying, my goal was to take the 2 weeks that I had of vacation and really film and make as much content as I could. But during the first few days, I kind of realized, maybe I just need a complete disconnect, a complete break. And I almost did. I filmed just a couple things, but not as much as I wanted to. And now that I'm back in Bangkok, I have to get back to filming. And yeah, it's very difficult to get back into the groove after a couple weeks of really not doing much. So I'm currently walking around the streets here in Bangkok near Sukhumvit, the main road. And I have no plan today. I don't even know what I'm going to film. I just know I'm going to walk around, see some neighborhoods, get some food, hopefully, maybe hop into the mall to escape this scorching heat here, as it is about 34 degrees already and it's only 11:30 in the morning. And yeah, eat some food because I'm quite hungry, so we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna tell you about my upcoming adventures and also my past adventures in the past couple weeks because it was a good time. So as I'm walking down the road here, I'm just passing this strangely odd building with crazy architecture. Very different than anything I've seen, but I think it's a fitness building. It says Fitness Excellence on it. And very unique, very interesting design in a little area like this. I mean, next to me is like a little plantation. There's, I think, banana plants. And then on this side, there's just some real random buildings that have different architecture than all the other ones I've seen around here. But it's really interesting to see that there as I'm cutting my way through some side streets to get back to Sukhumvit because some of the roads aren't really too walkable. There's not too wide of a sidewalk. All right, so let me quickly talk about how my 2 weeks of vacation went. So I spent a few days here in Bangkok before I went down south and just explored Bangkok some more. I actually visited Chatuchak and Samut Prakan province and many of the places that I've already been because some of the people visiting, they didn't see it, so we wanted to see it again together. Ate a lot of good food here, also explored different places and just really didn't film anything because it just felt good to take a break and to take a deep breather, even though I really wanted to film deep down, just decided not to. But after Bangkok, we went down to Koh Samui. And it was a trip getting down there. Airbnb was super nice with a nice view. You could kind of see the sea and there was a pool. It was a really cool area just to chill out and hang out. I would love to live in a place like that because it was so relaxing. And then we had to rent scooters to get around because that was the easiest way to see most of the island. And yeah, went around the island, explored quite a bit of it. Up top where the mountains are, the jungle club, the restaurant, the sea view. Trying different food, local food from Koh Samui, having, you know, food on the beach, lots of beer. I got to go to a Muay Thai fight, which was amazing. Got to see 6 fights, incredible, and there were some pretty good knockouts in them. And that was my first experience, and it was actually really good. It'd be interesting to try to train and do some Muay Thai. Not to fight anybody, but just to do some training for physical exercise and activity. So maybe one day. Eventually, the 5 days came to an end in Koh Samui, and I felt a little bit sad to have to come back to Bangkok because the weather felt so good there. It was much cooler, you had a breeze always, and just the island life is great. If you come from a place where it's not an island, you're in the mountains in the city, being on an island it's just like your world has changed for the better. So it was a little bit sad to leave, but is what it is, and I'll be back one day, I'm sure. But came back to Bangkok, spent about 4 days or something, 5 days here after being back in Koh Samui, and also just went around, did some shopping, chilled out, and it was also a good time. And here we are, back in Bangkok and back to everyday life and picking up routine again. So back on the video, and now I'm walking around Bangkok and yeah, trying to make another video and trying to find something to do without dying in the heat. So that's why I might have to escape to the mall soon and get some air conditioner. All right, as I'm walking down another street here that I've never been to, and there's lots of interesting architecture here, some restaurants on one side, really tall buildings. That's the Ashton right there. You can see it from the BTS line usually when you're riding around. Very, very nice building. I don't really know much about it. And then behind the camera here is the Ideo Q building, I think it's called, which is a black building and very different from like the glassy blue buildings you see here that are tall, but also looks really, really interesting. Oh, a little bit loud with the motorbikes. See, trying to get used to these motorbikes again. The noises and all that is much more loud here than it was in the island. So I was looking at the building right there, the Ashton. I think it's a residence, but it's really interesting because I see that they have balconies. The individual apartments, they all have a balcony, or most of them do, but there's no support under the balcony like there normally is, where it's attached to other balconies below it. It's just like a floating balcony. I don't even know the term for it, but really, really cool to see how they can build it like that and how it's structurally safe and strong, right? I assume there's some crazy beams, some crazy strength steel in there to keep it from cracking or falling, but really interesting to see because it's different than balconies like that. You can see where they're just stacked on top of each other. They have columns to keep them pretty sturdy. But anyways, oh, and here's the building called Rhythm. They're actually really nice too. There's a few of them in Bangkok and I've seen them, and don't know how much they are to rent, but they look amazing to probably live in. As you can see, I'm walking down another side street. I'm really trying to avoid walking down Sukhumvit under the BTS as it's too noisy. And of course with the traffic congestion and pollution. But I just walked past a little pop-up stand that's a restaurant, and I've noticed there's a lot of these little back alley restaurants where a person just has a cart or a stall and many tables set up against the wall and people are eating. I haven't eaten at any of these here in Bangkok, but maybe I should someday. Maybe not today because I don't know what they're serving, and maybe I need to do some research about a place or just walk up upon one. But it reminds me of Vietnam and how they have alley restaurants. But also there's the moto taxis here because parts of the alleys are shaded, so it's a place for them to relax, chill out in between rides, and yeah, they're also eating food. I don't know, maybe they have an application that they're using, so that's when they know when to go bring somebody somewhere, or I don't know, maybe they're just avoiding work. And I have no idea if this is a dead end. Well, I don't know if you can see, but behind me there's guys working on these bamboo ladders going up to the wires. Maybe they're disconnecting something, reconnecting something, but that job looks incredibly stressful. I mean, look at all these wires. I know some of them are local wires, some are maybe government wires, but yeah, you really have to know what you're doing to be working on those, and those guys seem to know what they're doing, even though they have like 5 people on one job. Whoa, finally I am escaping that heat out there. I'm sweating. Just came into the Emporium to find some food. Now, I've been in the Emporium a few times for a video, just really briefly, but I don't remember if I ever had food in here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find some cheap food. Then I'm gonna tell you about my plans here in Bangkok and what's happening next. All right, I hopped into the Emporium. I found a place to grab some food from. It's a place called Onigirazu. Oh no, it says Onigirazu Thailand. So I don't know, maybe it's Japanese, maybe it's Korean. I think it's Japanese, but they have a location here in Bangkok in Thailand. And I got this like seaweed rice ball sandwich. I have no idea what it is. I've never had anything like it before. and I don't even know if I'm gonna like it because I'm not a big fan of the seaweed. But it does look interesting. I got something that was like gochujang chicken maybe, or pork. I don't even remember, but it was just about 90 baht, so it was very affordable. And I decided to try something very different that I've never had before. So let's see if this is gonna taste good. And I'm gonna try it with the seaweed. If I don't like the seaweed so much, I'm gonna take the seaweed off. So cheers. Wow, that's an explosion of flavor right there. Spicy. So as I was saying, I don't normally like to eat seaweed so much, but I think whatever's inside of there, the chicken or pork meat with the rice and the vegetable, and that sauce and the spice, it actually overpowers the seaweed, so you don't really taste the seaweed. So it's not so bad with the seaweed. Oh, and there's egg in there. There's something else in there. I don't really know what it is. It's crispy like bacon. I don't know. It tastes really good though. They had different options. They had chicken, teriyaki, pork, salmon, tuna, many different options for different prices, but most of it was around 100 Thai baht, which is very good for this, I think. I really like how they put that egg in there. It totally changes the whole flavor together, I believe. But the egg is a little bit overcooked maybe. It would be better if it was over medium so it can run a little bit inside, but it was sitting for a while. It was already made, so that's probably why it cooked over into that over hard texture. So while I sit here and eat this, I do have some upcoming plans here in Bangkok. Oh, the seaweed and stuff probably stuck on my teeth. My upcoming plans here is to explore the city a little bit more, see some more places, eat a lot more food, make some more videos while I can. But also, my birthday is coming up in just about a week, and I'm going to be spending it outside of Thailand. I'm going to go to a different country, a new country to explore, and hopefully the weather conditions are very good there for making videos and making content. So I'm looking forward to that. The country I'm going to be going to, I'll be revealing pretty soon. But it is in Southeast Asia. It's pretty close by. It's a very affordable flight, and I will spend about a couple weeks there. It is going to be a very unique country with very good food, a very good culture, and I think a good atmosphere to travel and to enjoy a new place. Stay tuned because you'll find out pretty soon. So my ideal plans would be to stay in Bangkok for a little bit more and go from Bangkok to different cities, different places in Thailand to visit, also other countries more. But I'm not sure how much longer I want to stay in Bangkok because I've done a lot here, I've spent some time here, and I think it's time to get out of Bangkok and spend more time in other places for longer periods of time. And it's not really worth it to keep coming back. I'd rather just go from other places to other places. So that's probably going to come up sometime this year. But I will probably be spending the next few months again in between Bangkok and some other places. But I think in sum, my Bangkok time is definitely dwindling down. I'm happy with that because I've done a lot here. I've tried a lot of different foods and seen a lot of different places, and it's time to move on. Can't stay in one place for too long. So as I was mentioning earlier, the weather here has been very hot in Bangkok, and 37 degrees for consecutive days. And mostly now the temperature is going to be about 34 degrees and higher every day. And I really do love the warm weather, the hot weather, but here in the city, it's just a little bit too hot sometimes, and you don't get that breeze all the time. Right now there's a nice breeze because of where I'm sitting, but I really want to go to places where it's going to be more comfortable. I don't know how the people deal with it here. I see a lot of people wearing pants and sweatshirts and coats and things like that. I know a lot of people stay out of the sun and they go indoors like to these malls, and that's a way to cope with it, but you can only do that for so long before you need some change of environment. And that is one reason why I want to move around more and go to different places. But Thailand is definitely like here in the heart, well, heart's on this side, but I love it here, and there's so much to see, so much to do, but limited with time always. And definitely going to be coming back, spending time in different places. Bangkok though is getting towards the end. The other thing is going to a different city or going to another country helps me spark creativity and motivation to make more content. When I'm stuck in one place for too long, I begin to get kind of bored, and that's what's kind of happening now. So there's plenty of things to film, things to create, or videos to create, and topics to cover, but I need something to spark that fire again underneath me after this vacation, so should be coming soon. Alright, back to boiling, back outside, walking along Sukhumvit here, the noisy road under the BTS, and after I ate that little rice ball, I felt kind of full, so I'm feeling full still, but I might get something else to eat in a little bit. I'm just walking back towards where I'm staying. You know, one of the things you have to do when you're walking down any street here in Bangkok is when you're walking down the sidewalk, you have to try to follow the shade. Like right now what I'm doing is there's some trees on the side here, so I'm going underneath them. But wherever there's a sunspot, kind of avoid the sunspot and go in the shade. And you will see that when people are walking down the street, crossing the road, everybody stands in the shade because that sun can be so intense when it's not cloudy like today. Barely even a cloud in the sky, and it is raging hot. So always walk in the shade. And the other bad thing about it is when you're walking in the sun, your sneakers feel so hot, the bottoms of your feet are just roasting. And that's what mine feel like right now, like they're melting off. All right, well, I've just made a stop here near my place where I'm staying, and I decided to go with some DQ, Dairy Queen, a Blizzard. Why not? It's hot out. This is a good way to cool myself down. I just got it like a minute ago, and it's already melting. I mean, it's hot out here, so. But yeah, here we go. Let's see how it is. Wow, that is cold. Now this here is a Caramel Almond Blizzard for 59 baht. It's the medium size. They have many sizes, but wow, so refreshing on a hot day like this. Loaded with calories too, so oh well. I came outside to eat because there's no seating in there, and out here not as many people around me, but it's a little bit noisy with the traffic. It's rush hour right now and cars are piling up. I really wish I had like 3 hands so I can walk and eat this at the same time. Well, I've had a lot of sugar today. Not so good. I really needed this ice cream to cool down today. I was really beginning to sweat a lot. All right, well that's gonna be it for today's little video. It's just a walk and talk and an update kind of. And yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna have hopefully a couple videos here from Bangkok before I head out and then head to a new country, which you'll find out pretty soon. Yeah, because my birthday is coming and need to spend some time away from Bangkok and enjoy something new and explore a new place. So new videos will be coming soon. Stay tuned, and until next time guys, I'm gonna catch you soon.